Hello all. In this video I'm going to talk about my opinion on insect in food and insects in body. So if you look at this video, you can see that the guy is kind of having insects inside his body, and the insects are kind of crawling inside his skin. And in another video you can see insects are kind of insects are kind of coming out of the mouth. uh, and if you look at this thing, there are no insects in this video, but suddenly water appears to be blood to the victim. So let's talk about another facts first. So if you look at the Upanishads, you can take this course on Hinduism through its sculpture from edX. You can see these links there, and if you look at the links, there is like there was neither nor existent then there was neither the realm of space nor the sky which is beyond what stilled where in whose protection. It's like origin of kind of making of things and origin of things. If you look at the other text from the same novel, you can see, as by no lump of clay, dear one, we come all together to make things out of clay. It's like the building kind of organic material, or you can see like humans or other species out of clay or soil. You can see in these kind of old texts, these things are there. And also, if you look, when you exercise, your body kind of muscle kind of breaks and then it kinds of builds up again. So why is it so like it is building? And you can see there are people whose muscles never build up, however no matter what amount of time they give to exercise. So to sum up all these things that I have talked earlier, like insects inside body, insects inside food, there are some people who kind of see also insects in foods in certain situations, like when they are having some mental problem or something. So why is it so that these kind of things are happening? So to sum up all these things that we have seen so far, I see that insects are are kind of get to us. I will talk about how later, but let's assume insects somehow kind of gets into our body, maybe through food, maybe through other means. And then what they do is they kind of use our body kind of things, like our blood, our bones, and other things that we have in our body. It is only my opinion, I do not have any proof or something. So they kind of gets into our body somehow, maybe by other means, not only through food. And then they kind of somehow convert those things into kind of material things, like non-living things, like mountains, or some materials, some chemicals, like soil and other things. So, in my opinion, as you also have known that insects are kind of nests are kind of having high mathematical calculations. So, I believe insects kind of acts as alchemists in our body. So, insects kind of take things from our body somehow and then convert it into the other forms of materials, maybe soil, maybe rock, maybe other things. They are kind of like, you can say, advanced alchemists. So here is a meme that I have made. Insects are saying, when it comes to alchemy, we do it best. So you may wonder why insects would all these kind of things, and why would we kind of get the things out of like when we exercise. Why is it so we get all these benefits like muscle building up? So in my opinion, when we exercise, the insects that are presently inside our body gets killed or somehow may get harmed, so that they won't be able to function, they won't be able to harness our body resources. uh, like these kind of insects cannot hinder our body growth. So they cannot harness our body, and we get muscles build up, we get body mass. It's like we are struggling to get what was ours. So note that point, we are struggling to get what was ours when we exercise. So we are kind of taking our resources back from the insects when we struggle and do exercise. In my opinion, it is the things that has to be done or insects are doing with us. As it appears in these videos or these fiction things, and maybe some religious text also like to create things out of like nothing and things. So you may wonder why the insects would do these things. So in my opinion, the insects would make us struggle, because we have kind of put insects into struggling phase, like when we kind of grow crops and other things. So we put insects into a lot of struggle. So you can see that insects inside soil, maybe they make soil and we kind of use its nutrients for the crops and other things. So insects kind of like get things through so much struggle, so they want to kind of let take the revenge. So that's why these kind of things may be happening, like some superior insects are there, they are kind of present inside our bodies, harnessing for their own use. And when we struggle, we get good body, because we have put it the insects in so much struggle. So they are doing the same for us. So if you look at this guy said, one day your life will flash before your eyes, make sure it's worth watching. So it's my opinion, maybe insects are kind of doing these kind of things, like we have made them struggle and they are doing the same with us to get our things back, like we have kind of taken their soil and made them struggle. And the same way they are kind of utilizing our inside body and kind of like making a making us struggle to get back what seems to be ours. You can also see insects also kind of go into mm, like feed on toilets, feed in toilets and other things. So they kind of go through a lot of struggle. So maybe to get back what was theirs, they need to go through these struggles to feed on potty, feces, and other uh, material that is excretory for humans or other animals. So the same way they want us to struggle, that's why they are doing it. And if you look at how to think like this way, like to how to think subconsciously, I would say if you want to think subconsciously, you just should go for the reason. Like you should try to find out like what is the reason why someone is happening. You should look for the behind the scenes, like go for the reason, go for because uh, you should have a questioning mindset, like you should question the things. If you want to think subconsciously, you should question the things. go for the reason, like why something is happening. So that's all for this video. And if you want to think subconsciously, you should have a questioning mindset: why, how, and what would happen, how something is working, or why it is needed to be this way. So if you want to think subconsciously. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, you can subscribe, or otherwise just give a comment or perhaps like this video. Thank you.